All right, we are live. Good morning. My name is Lindsay Silbert, and I am one of Merritt's yoga instructors. I will be taking you through a 60-minute, all levels Vinyasa Yoga class this morning. And following that, I will be doing an hour Yin Yoga class from 11:30 to 12:30. So if you've got an extra hour, please, please, please stick around. We're going to be using the wall, and it's going to feel amazing. So we will get started this morning on our backs, on our mats. So just take a moment and get into any comfortable pose. And you really don't need any props for this class this morning. If you like to practice with blocks, you can always have them handy. Another great substitution if you don't have blocks is to grab a paper towel roll, and I'll just kind of keep that over here and demo with that today as well, just so you can see how I use them in replace of blocks. So let's come onto our backs and get started. So again, come on down into any comfortable position. I like to bend the knees, walk the feet a little bit wider than hips distance, and then let the knees fall in towards each other. Arms relax down by the sides. And just take a moment here to get comfortable, take any necessary movements you need. And then close the eyes and begin to settle into the body. And begin to scan through, noticing how you're feeling this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, whenever you're taking the practice. Allow there to be a heaviness, releasing any tension, softening, and letting the body melt down beneath you. You find a place where you're feeling a little tense or tight, just send the breath into that area of the body, and as you exhale, see if you can allow it to release and relax a little bit deeper. Notice where the mind is. Keep drawing it back to the physical body for now. Then begin to tune into the breath, noticing where in the body you feel the breath the most. Could be the nose, the throat, maybe the belly, maybe the chest. And for a couple cycles, just follow inhales and exhales, become aware of all sensations. Begin to slow and deepen the breath. Coming into Ujjayi Pranayama. And that's a slight constriction in the back of the throat, kind of like you're fogging up a mirror. So if you want to practice, you can take a big inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, fog up the mirror with the mouth. And then halfway through, close the lips and keep the back of the throat constricted. So the breath makes sort of like an ocean sound to it. We'll be here for 3 more cycles. If you would like, you can set an intention for this morning's practice, or again, whenever you're taking your practice. Last breath here. And then we'll gently blink the eyes open, hug the knees in, rock yourself a little side to side. And we'll come into a happy baby. So reach inside the legs, either grab the shins, the outer edges of the feet, or hook the big toes. If it feels good, you can rock a little side to side here. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And we'll keep the right knee exactly as it is. Stamp the left foot down, coming into half happy baby. Take a couple deep breaths. Soften that right shoulder. And if it feels good, you can extend that left leg out, making it a little bit more intense. Notice where you can relax. And then draw the left leg back in. Pause here for a moment. And we'll keep the left knee in, right foot plants down. And again, you can keep this right knee bent Or you can straighten that leg, getting into the left hip a little bit deeper, breathing here. As we go through our practice today, please take any modifications you need. Rest whenever you need to. Child's pose is always an option. Last breath here. And then hug both knees back in, rock a little side to side. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long, and take a couple ankle rolls with the right foot. Soften the shoulders once again and release the jaw. Now begin to firm the belly. And then press that left heel forward so the left leg stays engaged. Belly firm here. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Lift the left leg up a couple inches and extend the fingertips forward. Now you can stay here or maybe extend that right leg up for a little bit more work. And we're just going to pause, taking a couple breaths. You can always set the head, neck, and shoulders down, or you can interlace the fingers behind the neck. And we're going to take little pulses here. So we'll pulse for 10, 9, 8, nice, smooth and controlled. Last 7, 6, 5, 4. Last 3, really warming the core up here. Last 1. And then set the head, neck, and shoulders down, both legs up, and squeeze the legs together as you press the lower back into the mat. Just pause here, relaxing the entire upper body. One more breath. And then hug both knees in, and we'll switch. Hug the left knee in, extend the right leg out. Right toes flex up, and then circle the left ankle a couple times each direction. Engage the right leg by pressing the heel forward and pulling the toes back. And then we'll firm the belly, drawing the navel in. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift yourself up. Right leg lifts, fingertips extend forward. And again, you can hold here the entire time, or maybe you work that left leg up towards straight. Cradling the head is needed, taking any other adjustments you need. And then we'll go for pulses on this side too. So we'll pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. If it's better, you can just hold and forget the pulses altogether. Last 3, 2, 1. And then set it down, both legs up once again, hands by the sides. This time we're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left ankle, and we're going to pulse the heels up towards the ceiling. So curling the tailbone up. We'll do 5 here. Really getting into the low abs. Kind of hard to talk. Last 1. All right, uncross left ankle on top of right. We'll go for 5 here. Curl the tailbone up for 5, 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in. Good work. Give yourself a little squeeze. Massage the lower back. And then we'll make our way up to a tabletop. So take a couple rocks up and down the spine. If it feels good, you can just keep doing this. Or if it does not feel good, roll yourself off to one side and then press yourself up. And then we'll all meet in a tabletop. Crossing the shins, rolling over the legs, and coming onto hands and knees. Making your way through a couple rounds of cat-cow, Spreading the fingers. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. And as you exhale, round the spine, firm the belly as you drop the chin towards the chest. Inhale to peel the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine. Keep those elbows straight as you move here. You can take any other movements. You can maybe rock the hips a little from side to side. Really anything that feels good on the body. Take another breath. And then we'll come to a neutral spine. Tuck the right toes, set the right leg back, and lift that leg up to hip height. All 5 toes point down on the right foot. Drive that right heel back and extend the left arm forward. If this is too much, you can keep the left hand down. Otherwise, opposite arm, opposite leg, reach up. So reach the left fingertips forward, the right foot back. Take an inhale. As you exhale, knee to elbow, hug it in, round the spine, firm the belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lots of length through the entire body. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen out. Set the left hand down. Kickstand the left foot back behind you. Plant the right foot down and reach the right arm up for a side plank. Now you can stay here. You can step out into full side plank, or you can lift that right leg up and then maybe extend the right arm over the right ear. Nice side body stretch. If the right leg is lifted, keep flexing that ankle. Relax the head back. One more breath. And then coming back to tabletop, both hands down, both knees down, and switching to the left side. So tuck the left toes, send the left leg back, and lift from the inner thigh. So again, we don't want to be opening the hip here. All 5 toes point down. Right arm extends forward if you wish. Keep the neck long. Your gaze is straight down. And just breathe here without sinking into the lower back. Find a spot to help with the balance. Keep your gaze settled on that. Big inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time here. Draw it in. Inhale, extend. And then right hand comes down, kickstand the right foot back behind, set the left foot down, reach the left arm up. Same options. You can extend that leg up. You can walk the feet out for a full side plank. I'm going to work here with this left leg lifted, ankle flexed. Then maybe you extend top arm over top ear. Breathing wherever you are, pressing out of the right shoulder and keeping the belly firm. Last cycle. Come back to tabletop. Bring the big toes together, knees wide. Send the hips back to the heels. Take a child's pose with the fingertips extended. And we'll keep this a wide child's pose if that feels good on the body. If not, you can always come out of it a little. You can bring the knees closer together, even tuck the toes. And from here, we'll stretch the side body once again. Walk both hands over to the right. Maybe placing the left hand on top of the right hand. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, hands back to center. And exhale, walk them over to the left. Stretching through the right. And again, maybe placing the right palm on top of the left hand. 3 breaths here. I just love stretching the side body, especially in the morning. All right, hands back to center. And then we'll come on up to hands and knees. Walk the knees back to hips distance. Spread the palms, spin the inner elbows forward, tuck the toes. Come into your first downward facing dog, or press right back into child's pose. And if you're coming into down dog, begin to pedal the legs out, bending one knee as you straighten through the opposite leg. Move a little side to side here. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Maybe rock the hips a little from side to side. And then come up on the balls of the feet, bend the knees a lot, press the hips back, and then keeping all that length in the spine, begin to straighten the legs as much as possible. Heels never have to reach the mat. Just really lengthening the spine. Take a couple breaths here. Pull up on the kneecaps to engage the quadriceps. And on your next inhale, look forward and we'll shift into a plank pose. So come on in, stacking the shoulders right over the wrist. You can set the knees down if you need or keep those knees lifted. And take a couple breaths. Warming the core up. Keep the heart reaching forward here. Make sure you're not sagging, so keep the butt and the shoulders in line. All right, lowering to the belly. As you inhale, shift the shoulders forward. As you exhale, slowly lower down, knees up or down. Hands by the lower ribs, untuck the toes. Inhale, peel up into a cobra. Exhale, lower. We'll do that 2 more times, adding a neck stretch. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, look over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. And then we'll press up to plank pose, either knees up or knees down. If you want to really work, lift those knees up, tuck the toes, pull the belly in, take an inhale. As you exhale, press up to plank pose, and then back to down dog. And take a couple breaths here. Again, if down dog does not work for the body, set the knees down and rest in your child's pose. This is your practice. Listen to your body. Do what feels good to you this morning. Next, inhale, look up to the hands, slight bend in the knees, and as you exhale, walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, slide the hands up the shins or the thighs. As you exhale, fold, bend the knees, let the head hang. Release the neck. And breathe space into the back. On your next inhale, root through the feet. We'll rise all the way up. Arms circle out, around, and up. And exhale, connect the palms together in front of the heart. Take a moment here to find your mountain pose. Glance down at your feet. Make sure outer edges are parallel. Pressing evenly through all four corners of the feet. Lifting up on the kneecaps. Lengthening the tailbone. Heart reaches up. Shoulders soft. Relaxing the jaw. Take a breath here. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, come to chair pose. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Put the weight back into the heels. Arms and ears in line, or you can bring palms together in front of the heart. Lengthen the tailbone down. Firm the belly in. Take a couple breaths. Sink down a little bit lower. Big inhale here. As you exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs, belly to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down, and we'll come into our low lunge. You can walk the hands up that left thigh, or extend the arms all the way up, or place the fingertips down. Keep pulling the left hip back, right hip rotates forward. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, scrape those elbows down the back. Inhale, palms face in towards each other. As you exhale, palms face forward as you draw the shoulder blades together. 3 more here, moving with the breath. Inhale to extend up. Exhale, pull it down. Create some resistance for yourself. Last 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands circle down. Tuck the right toes. Step back to plank pose. And we'll move through a vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, send it back, down dog. 1 breath here. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the right leg from the inner thigh, hips stay level. Exhale, step the right foot up, lower the left knee down, and we'll come into our low lunge here. You can keep the hands on that right thigh and extend the arms up. Again, whatever feels best on the body. Right hip back, left hip spins forward. And take a breath here. Option to stay or inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, scrape the elbows down the back. Keep moving with your breath. 3 more. Really slow the breathing down here. Last one. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck the left toes. Step the left foot up to meet the right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Chair pose on your inhale. Exhale, press to stand. We'll do something similar starting with the left leg. Inhale, chair pose. Come on in for a couple breaths. Again, weight into the heels, belly firm, and reach past the fingertips. Sink down a little bit deeper, big breath in. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the left foot back, coming into a high lunge this time. So staying on the back toes, come on up and bend the back knee and then tilt the pelvis forward. So hip points go towards the lower ribs and then maybe you straighten that leg out if it feels good on the lower back. And then add the arms or palms together in front of the heart. We're gonna move again here. If you have any knee issues, you're just gonna stay right up. Otherwise, you'll inhale, reach the fingertips up. Same thing as before, but we're gonna add little leg drops too. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly lower. You can tap that left knee or just hover. You can hover it, or again, you can bring it all the way down. Last two. Exhale here. Inhale up. Last one. And then we'll bring the hands down, step back to plank pose, and take a vinyasa or skip it. And down dog. All right. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it up by the left hand. Stay on the ball of the right toes and come on up. All right, so high lunge on this side. Bend that right knee. Tilt the pelvis, firm the belly, and then straighten through that leg. Add the arms. Left hip back, right hip spins forward. And again, options, you can stay here the whole time or inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Try to keep those hips low. Last three here. Again, any knee pain, just keep that back knee bent. Last one here. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps up. Flat back inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose inhale, sink the hips. Exhale, press to stand. Take a breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach the arms out, around and up. Exhale, hinge forward, folding in half. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog or child's pose. Take a couple breaths wherever you're going. Come back to steady, smooth breathing. From your down dog, walk your hands back to your feet. So coming to the back of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, inhale. And palms connect, exhale. Coming into our yogi squat, let's widen the feet, walk the feet about. Max width distance, toes and knees point out. Palms together in front of the heart. If you have any knee issues, you're only going to come down about halfway. If the knees don't bother you, we're going to come all the way down. If you want, you can grab a block or a paper towel to sit the hips on. So palms together in front of the heart, roll the shoulders back, take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to bend the knees and lower down. Get those elbows inside the knees and use them to widen the knees, open the heart, and this will really help lengthen the lower back. Take a breath or two here. Set the right fingertips down in front of that right foot. Reach the left arm up for a twist. You can stay here, or maybe reach the left arm behind. Maybe you grab, interlacing the fingers, rolling the left shoulder open as you broaden through the collarbones. Next inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, left fingertips down, right arm reaches up. You can stay here or wrap the right arm behind the back. Maybe you interlace, rolling the right shoulder open a little bit more. Breathing here. Noticing where you can soften. Last cycle. Inhale back to center. And exhale, walk yourself out to down dog. If you want, come to plank pose and take a vinyasa. Otherwise, right back to down dog. Take a moment in your down dog to revisit your intention and come back to your breath. Just notice how the body feels. Next, inhale, lift the right leg up. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, reaching here through evenly through arms and shoulders. Then inhale, straighten the right leg, square the hips. As you exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, press the floor away. And then step the right foot right by the right hand. Spin the left foot flat for warrior one. So come on up. So you're either heel-heel alignment or a little bit wider, both hip points square to the front of the room. All right, take a breath or two. Pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Keep pressing through the outer edge of that left foot. Then we'll interlace the fingers, coming into humble warrior. Inhale, open the heart. As you exhale, come on in. Right shoulder comes inside that right knee, and release the head down. Micro bend in the elbows. Keep firming the belly and keep hugging the right hip in and back. So squeeze it into the center of the body and then pull it back a little bit. Use the core to press into the feet and pull yourself back up. Warrior one, take an inhale. As you exhale, open to warrior two. We'll settle in here for a couple breaths. Softening the shoulders, broadening the collarbones, and adjusting your feet so you're now front heel to back inner arch. Right knee draws open. One more breath. Inhale to reverse warrior. Stay here for the exhale, bend into that right knee. And then we'll inhale, straighten the right leg, reverse triangle pose. And we'll come on up, making our way up. I'm gonna actually demo with my paper towel today. So arms out to a T. Inhale, shift forward, and then as you exhale, right hand comes down wherever it lands, left arm reaches up. So usually I use a block here, but in case you don't have one, just to show you, paper towel can be a great alternative. You can really use anything. You could use a tissue box, use a water bottle, whatever you got at home. Keep pressing into the big toe mound of the right foot as you hug the right hip into center. So same as in warrior, when we were coming into humble warrior, you want to keep that right hip from popping out behind you. Last breath here. Slowly come on up. Bend the front knee back to warrior two. And then point the right toes, right knee a little bit towards the left. And then we'll spin the left toes, left knee out, coming into our squat pose. All right. So you can stay here. You can extend the arms up, or we're going to take an eagle wrap with the arms. So arms to a T, right arm underneath the left arm. You can either grab opposite shoulders, backs of the hands can come together, or you can double wrap and then sink down into it. And then we'll come into little pulses here. So just begin to pulse the hips down, keeping the knees drawn back, lifting the forearms. And we'll pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink down. Again, knees back, tailbone drops. Release the arms. And then bring the hands behind the lower back. Interlace the fingers and open the heart. Slowly begin to straighten the legs, parallel the feet. Inhale, open the heart once again. And as you exhale, forward fold, come all the way in. If this is not a comfortable position with the hands, you can always bring the fingertips down or grab the legs. Otherwise, nice little chest expansion here. Shift the weight a little bit forward. Hug the inner thighs together and soften the neck. Deep breaths. And we'll release the hands, bring the fingertips under the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, hands to hips. Slowly come on up to stand. Turn the right toes out, spin the left toes in. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, Cartwheel the hands down, come up on the left toes, take a twist to the right, left hand down, right arm reaches up. Twisting into the upper back, rolling that shoulder open, and then maybe you wrap. Maybe you reach the back of the right hand to the lower back and open that shoulder a little bit deeper. One more breath here. And then both hands come down, step back to plank pose, and either move through a vinyasa or skip it. Left side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Left knee points up, heel towards the right glute. Press evenly through that right arm. Try not to kind of dive into that right side of the body. Straighten the left leg, square the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, hugging in. Then we'll step up for warrior one. Left foot by the left hand, and the right foot flat, and come on in. So hips square to the front of the room. So again, you might need to widen your stance. And then arms extend up, shoulders down the back. Breathing here. Lots of shoulder stuff today. Interlace the fingers again. Switch one finger over. Open the heart as you inhale. As you exhale, left shoulder comes inside that left leg. Head relaxes. Again, take that left hip and squeeze it in and then draw it back. Tiny micro bend in the elbows. Breathing here. Firm the core. Press into the feet. And lift yourself back up into warrior one. Release the arms, reach up. Big inhale. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Come on in for a couple of breaths here. Make sure that back arm is up just as high as the front arm. Heart lifts, fingertips extend. Down into that left knee. One more breath here. Inhale to reverse. And into the left knee as you exhale. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reverse triangle pose. And then exhale, come on up. Setting up for triangle, arms out to a T. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up. And again, left hand comes wherever it falls. And bring it to the foot or the leg. Bring it to, again, a prop. If you're using a prop, place it behind that left leg. Left hip hugs in. And lengthen from the left hip crease through that armpit as the crown reaches forward. Last breath in your triangle. Slowly come on up. Warrior two. And then we'll point the left toes, left knee in, right toes, right knee out. Coming into your squat pose once again on this side. Knees back, tail lengthens down, belly firm. Palms together, arms up, or we'll take our eagle wrap on this side. Left arm underneath the right arm. Either grab opposite shoulders, backs to the hands, or double wrap, lifting those elbows up. We'll take some heel raises this time. So as you inhale, lift the right heel, exhale, lower. Inhale left, exhale lower. Inhale right and lower. Left, lower. Right side, inhale, lift. Lower down. Left side, lower. And then maybe both come up. Maybe squat down a little bit deeper. Knees back. Belly firm. Take a couple breaths. Squeeze those forearms. Lift the elbows. And then slowly lower the heels. Keep the knees bent though. Release the arms, reach up, interlace the fingers again. One finger over if you can remember, and then slowly straighten the legs, parallel the feet. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, fold in. Prasarita, wide leg, forward fold with a chest expansion. Just let it all go. Really relax the head. Crown reaches down towards the mat. Shift the weight a little forward. Keep the belly firm. Last breath here. Release the interlace. Place both fingers down under the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands to the hips. Come all the way up. Warrior two facing the front of the mat. Come on in. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, come up on the right toes, and we'll twist to the left. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. I'll keep pulling up on the right kneecap, and then maybe you half bind with the left hand. Rolling that shoulder open. All four corners of the left foot stamp down. Rotating into the upper back. Take another breath here. And then both hands down and vinyasa. Plank pose to chaturanga, to upward facing dog, to downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here. Again, you can set the knees down and rest in child's pose if you would like. Next, inhale, gaze forward to the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, or float the feet up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, inhale. And palms to the heart, exhale. All right, tree pose on the right leg. So grounding down through the right leg. Come up on the left toes. You can keep the left toes down, heel on that right leg for support, or you can bring the left foot up to the bottom of the leg, or you can pick it up and bring it to the inner thigh, whatever feels best for you today. And then find a steady spot. Ooh, go off balance. All right, find a spot to help with your gaze. Oh, my balance is a little off, a lot off today. All right, regardless, just wherever you are, breathe into it. On your standing leg hip, shift that right hip into center and then drop the lifted leg hip, left hip down. If you want, you can add the arms up or keep the palms connected in front of the heart. Keep 3 breaths here. Put the left knee forward. Get back into a warrior 3 just for a moment. Ooh, whoa, what is going on with my balance today? And then we'll come into a crescent lunge. Reach the arms up. And then hands to hips, straighten the right leg. Pop the left foot in, spin it flat, coming into pyramid pose. So feet are about warrior 1 setup. So left heel is down, left foot is flat. Inhale, open the heart, gaze up. As you exhale, fold forward, come forward just to a long spine. And then you can keep hands on the hips, or you can come all the way down, maybe grabbing a block here, setting the fingertips on that. And taking 3 deep breaths, stretching into the back of the right leg and the spine. Letting the head go. Move the blocks to the side, hands come down, bend the right knee, step the left foot back, and come to plank pose for vinyasa. Open the heart, inhale, exhale, send it back, or again, skip it all together. All right, 1 breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float the feet up. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, inhale. And exhale, palms together in front of the heart. All right, tree pose on the left leg. Let's hope this side is a little more steady. All right, so you can keep the right toes down and just kickstand that heel up, or bring that right foot to the lower leg, or pick it up and bring it to the upper thigh, anywhere, but we don't want to be pressing directly on the knee joint. And then the left hip hugs into center, the right hip drops down. Breathing here. Any spot that's not moving to focus on. Just know that balance is always going to be different. The only thing that's consistent is change. Some days you might feel like you can't stay in tree for 5 breaths. Some days you might feel like you could be here for hours. Just go with it. Last breath here. All right, slowly warrior 3. Right knee forward. Take that right foot back. And then come to crescent pose. Right toes down. Reach the arms up. Inhale. And then hands to hips, straighten the left leg. Hop that right foot in, spin the foot flat. Hip point square to the front. Inhale, lengthen, open the heart. As you exhale, come forward halfway. Pull that left hip back once again, firm the belly. Take another inhale. And if you want, you can fold in. Again, grabbing blocks, or you can grab that leg. Just take a few breaths. Slowing the breathing down. And you bend into that left knee, move the blocks if you have them, step back to plank pose, and take a vinyasa or skip it. All right, down dog. Notice how you're feeling. On your next inhale, look forward. As you exhale, bend the knees, and we'll step our hatha seated and come all the way down to our backs. So bring the feet out in front, lower down, and we'll take a couple of back bends here. So walk the heels in, gently graze the backs of the heels with the fingertips. Arms by the sides. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, press into the heels to lift the hips up. You can interlace the fingers or keep the hands next to you. Maybe rolling onto the tops of the shoulders. And breathe here. Pressing the arms down to lift the heart up. Keep the neck relaxed. And imagine like you're squeezing a block between the inner thighs. Last breath. And slowly lower down. Unroll the shoulders. Soles of the feet together. Knees open. Hand to the belly, hand to the heart. Take a few breaths. Draw the knees back in towards each other, soles of the feet plant. We'll come up for another round. Arms by the sides. And then press into the heels, lift up, and either interlace again, maybe one finger over, or hands next to you, or grabbing onto the sides of the mat. And breathing here, pressing evenly into the inner and the outer arches of the feet. Sitting bones draw to the backs of the knees to lengthen the lower back. Then keep the neck long. Take the breath a little higher into the chest. Slowly lower. Once again, soles of the feet together, knees open, hand to the belly, hand to the heart. And this time, take a moment to think of something that you're grateful for. You're just grateful that you're giving yourself the time to practice, to really tap in to what the body needs, what the mind needs. All right, last cycle. Close those knees, And yogi's choice. I'm going to do another bridge. If you would like to do wheel, go for it. If you would like to do supported bridge, grab a block, slide it under the hips. Otherwise, when you're ready, lift on up. And this time I'm going to grab the outer edges of the sticky mat and pull the mat apart in a bridge pose. Otherwise, you can bring the hands by the ears and press to the top of the head and lift up to wheel. Or you can just hang out, hugging the knees in, whatever feels best on the body. 5 breaths. Feel the heart lift. Neck is soft. Knees point forward. Maybe lift up a little bit higher. Last full breath. And then slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Gently hug the knees in. And rock yourself a little side to side. Making your way up to seated, you can roll yourself off or take a couple rolls here, forward and back. All right. Coming into a Janu Shirshasana, right leg extends out, left knee bends. You can always prop this knee up if you need something. Inhale, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, hinge forward, folding over the right leg, pulling the right toes back, softening the shoulders, and breathing here. Leading with the heart. Slowly walk yourself up, and we'll switch. Extend the left leg out, bend the right knee. Again, support the outer edge if needed. Sit up tall, inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, hinge forward. I didn't say this on the first side, but this is a great place for a strap or a towel. If you have a regular home practice, I would encourage grabbing some props and practicing with those. A lot of people think props are just for beginners, but the most advanced yogis use them. It just helps us to access postures that our body is not fit for. Last few deepest breaths. And then we'll come on up. All right, I'm going to face front. We're going to come into a hip stretch. Couple options for you. You can cross the shins, and so we're going to start with the right shin forward. You can either cross the shins and forward fold, or you can come into fire log or double pigeon with the right ankle over the left knee over the left ankle, or you can take the right knee on top of the left knee coming into Gomukhasana legs. So either one of those 3 options, all of them are going to get into that right hip. So I'm going to take double pigeon fire log pose, but again, do what feels comfortable for you. And then you'll bring the fingertips down, inhale, reach forward with the heart. And if this is enough stretch, stay right there. Otherwise, you can walk the hands out. Maybe if you have a block or a paper towel, I'll demo with a paper towel, you can rest the forehead down. And we'll be here for about a minute. So just long, slow, deep breaths here. Notice where you're holding tension in the body. And with every breath, see if you can let it go, releasing the tension with the exhale. Softening all the muscles in the face. Relaxing the space around the neck and shoulders. Taking deep breaths into the hips. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And slowly walk yourself back up. We're going to come into for a twist right from here. So we'll twist to the right. Inhale, reach the arms out around and up. As you exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. As you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Rolling that right shoulder open, maybe taking the gaze back. Slowly come back to center. Let's uncross the legs and we'll take our hip stretch on the other side. All right, so either left shin comes in front. You can bring the left shin on top of the right shin, stacking heels over knees, knees over heels, or you can come into Gomukhasana, left knee on top of the right knee. And if it feels comfortable, you can also sit yourself up on something. And if none of these feel comfortable, sorry I didn't say it on the first side, you can always take thread the needle on the back. But we'll lengthen the heart, take an inhale, and as you exhale, come on in. And again, we'll be here for about a minute. So settle in. You can grab something to rest the head on if that feels comfortable. And then surrender. Just let it all go. Every breath, send it to that left hip, wherever else you're feeling the stretch. Deepest breath here. Slowly walk yourself up. We'll take our twist to the left. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Every inhale, lengthen the spine. Every exhale, rotate a little bit deeper into the upper back. Last breath as you wring it all out. And come on back to center. We'll make our way down to our backs to set up for our final resting pose. So let's work the core one more time if you would like. Otherwise, just come on down. If you want to work the belly, arms reach forward, and we'll slowly, slowly, with control, lower all the way down. And then reach the arms overhead, stretch the legs forward. And before we settle in, let's come into a final happy baby. So reach inside, hook the big toes or the feet, ankles, shins. Maybe rock yourself a little side to side. And see if you can notice how this feels in comparison to the first happy baby we took at the beginning of our practice. Last breath here, softening the shoulders, lengthening the spine. And then we'll transition into our final resting pose. So feet come down, lengthen the legs out, let the feet flap open, arms by the sides, palms face up. Take a moment to get nice and comfortable. And then you'll take a big inhale, fill all the way up with air. Pause when you get to the top. As you exhale, side out of the mouth. Quiet minds, quiet bodies, Shavasana, rest. Most important pose in your practice. Slightly deeper breath. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Reach the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Hug the knees in. Roll over to one side and pause here, resting the head on the bottom arm. Close the eyes and come back to your intention. And take a moment to thank yourself for showing up, for taking your practice. Gently and slowly make your way up to any comfortable seated pose. Resting the hands, palms up on the legs. With the eyes closed, just notice how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Notice any shifts in energy that have occurred over the course of the practice. And bring your palms together in front of the heart. Lift the heart up, bow the head in. Thank you so much for letting me share my practice. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me on this gorgeous Saturday. If you've got some time to spare, I will be doing a yin class directly following this in about 15 minutes, starting at 11:30. If you are going to come, you need a wall, grab a blanket, and some paper towel rolls. So I hope to see you back. If not, you can catch me Mondays teaching Vinyasa and Thursdays teaching Power. So I hope to see you all soon and have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the gorgeous sunshine.